Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of What If Godlike Naruto was sent to the Marvel Universe. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, I posted a brand new episode, brand new series over on Anime King of What If Naruto was Kaguya's forgotten son, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy guys. And if you're new, yes, I did have 3 channels, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family, and thank you for all of your help and your support. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say we jump on into this new episode start? The intro guys. So the last time we left off, Naruto was done with the Elemental Nation. To keep the peace and the stability, to take away the deterrent of war, Naruto took all of the Tail Beasts for himself. He took them away from the nations, but he knew that as long as he was here, war and chaos would still happen no matter what. So that is why he had to leave. He had to leave behind everything. A side effect of him taking on Tail Beasts, it gave him a sense of immortality, as he was incredibly powerful. And not just that, his power had been changed. His body had been changed in different ways. For one, he already had the RinneTenseiSharingan, which gave him more immense strength. And with the knowledge and the things that he knew, Naruto was able to gather enough knowledge on full jutsu to leave the Elemental Nation to a different universe. He arrived there as he released a bright spark of light, as he had attracted a lot of visitors. He quickly left the park, rather quickly, shocked by how large these mountains were. Mountains? No, they were buildings. As the place was remarkable, there was things around. Naruto created hundreds of clones rather quickly to gather information and find out some more about this new world that he was in. However, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, sent out 2 agents, Coulson and Barton, to find out what the light was, as Naruto's appearance had caused a lot of problems. At a different homeland defense, they were able to use the satellites and scan on Naruto's location and find him appear out of nowhere, as he had just blinked into reality. Seeing that they did not know about his higher shame, they didn't know what the hell was going on, and they quickly sent information towards the general, who quickly started to gather everything to find out what the hell was going on, as he called to hire a few people that would be able to handle the situation better. As Naruto was making his way, he came up across a rather stunning red-headed beauty. Her name was Natasha. However, she gave him a fake name. It was Natasha Romanoff. She was a spy, as she was working directly under Nick Fury. As she picked Naruto up, she didn't know why, but her senses were telling her that something was off. She gathered his name, and he told her several things, as she dropped him off at Las Vegas, where she was staying in a hotel as well. As she was taking a rest, some time off, she called Fury as she told him to check the name. However, Fury got none in the database. So she decided to do some more scooping and find out what the hell was going on, and who was this person, because there was no information about him anywhere. As for Naruto, he was able to collect some large amount of money by pickpocketing, as he then used that money to go to an underground fight. The members there stood no chance, as Naruto had to completely suppress himself to the point where he felt heavy. After all, if he were to hit them with full force, or put in a little bit of force, they would die, so he had to suppress himself a lot. However, he skyrocketed through the ranks and beat all the fighters. Outside, he met a man, a rather cagey man that wanted him on his side. He gave Naruto a card, but Naruto destroyed it, as the tracking that was in the card has shut off completely, making the man realize that Naruto was smarter than he thought. So with that, Naruto went back to the hotel and got something good to eat and have a rest. The next morning, he started planning to gather more information as he sent his clones out to gather more info. and also set up various databases across the entire section that he was at. After that, he was able to get the location on the man that made the fake IDs. Naruto created a girly form of himself and a man that looked like Sasuke, as he got the man to make 3 fake IDs for the 3 of them. So with that, now he was completely in the system, known as Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, as he smirked to himself. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the place, check it out for yourself. And what do you say we just jump right into this new episode without wasting any more time, guys? Begin now. Natasha Romanoff was just finishing up her lunch. Her self-imposed mission was still eating up at her. She can't concentrate and relax, while she hadn't yet solved the mystery of Naruto Uzumaki. Her mind was nagging her that Naruto was something special, and he was hiding something big. She knew that he would probably still be in Vegas, but the question is where? If she followed what he said when they first met up, she would find him at one of the casinos, otherwise, she wouldn't know where he was. Giving up on trying to relax, she left some cash on the table as she made her way towards her room. As she gathered her weapons and her spears for her gauntlets, as it was a bit overkill, but to where she was going, she might need it to get out. As she took her key and locked the door behind her, she walked towards the front as she showed her ticket to the valet to call her car. When her vehicle arrived, she placed a tip in the jar as she drove off. She drove until she reached a medium-sized Italian restaurant on the north side of Las Vegas. As she parked and got inside, as she strolled inside and approached. "Good afternoon," she said. "I have a reservation under the name Vinny." The matron there narrowed her eyes as she looked towards the manager behind her. Natasha followed her glance as she saw the manager talking on a walkie-talkie. She looked around as she saw a CCTV camera pointed at the reception table. After a few exchanges, the manager nodded to let her in. "Mr. Bianchi is in the back, straight through the kitchen. Have a good day, Miss Vedova." Natasha was definitely sure that you remember her now. Vedova was an Italian name for widow. She walked through the restaurant floor. She could see how tense they were. Shrugging off their attention, she continued to walk towards the kitchen door. As soon as she walked in the kitchen, everyone stopped. All the cooks are giving her hostile glances while they were holding different types of knife, either sharpening it or cutting meat. If she was anyone else, she would have been shaking in her boot, but she was not just anyone else. She had seen where monsters are born. This intimidation is nothing on her. As she walked towards the meeting room that was being guarded by 2 heavy guys wearing suits, 2 pistols on their waists. "I'm here to see Vinny," Natasha said. Both of them just grunted and opened the door. As Natasha walked in, she saw 10 other guards with similar looks, all of them loaded. On the right side of the room there was a CCTV monitor with videos all over the restaurants. In the center of the room there was a diamond-shaped table. Sitting directly opposite towards the door, an older man eating some spaghetti with a side of wine next to him. On the opposite side of the man was another spaghetti and a glass of wine. "Have a meal, Miss Vedova. Or should I say, Miss Romanoff." Natasha glanced towards the food. "Don't worry," he said. "None of the food is poison. It's sacrilegious to waste. Good food and wine." Her face remained neutral as she walked towards the food and sat down, right at the chair. The 2 guards outside closed the door, cutting her off from her only exit. "So what can I do for you, Miss Romanoff? It's not like you would come to me for nothing unless you just want to die. If that is the case, that can certainly be arranged," said Vincent Bianchi. Vincent Bianchi, or Vinny, is a huge 70-year-old man with grey hair, with black eyes and large eye bags underneath it. He is the current head of the Bianchi crime family. He had extended the family operation through smart and accurate management, making the Bianchi gain control of Vegas underground. The bad blood that they had with one another was because of the last job that she did for him before she was cornered by Shield and hired. She was hired to assassinate Bianchi's last son, Louis Bianchi, in the hope that the one that hired her can take control of the family. During the confusion, she had disguised herself as a high-class escort to infiltrate his son's penthouse. She drugged him and staged that he killed himself through hanging. The reason why she was identified as a killer was through Vinny's stubbornness. He'd never believed for a moment that his son killed himself. He used every single one of his contacts until he came upon the Black Widow. The only reason why she can go to Vegas without being continuously shot at or trying to be assassinated was because of an agreement broken between Shield and the Bianchi family. As long as she doesn't wander into their area, the widow would get to live. That is how they phrase it. I need a favor, said Natasha. And why in the hell should I do this for you? And not just put a bullet through your brain, he said. Don't be like that, Vinny. You know it's only a job. It's just business, nothing personal. I'm sure that you can understand. It's personal to me, he roared in anger. The guards held on to the handle of their guns, as Natasha remained calm, as she let the tension die down. Once the tension was low enough, she spoke. I know you're going to help me with this, Vinny, she said. He took a deep breath. Now why is that? Because you will finally get to know who hired me. The world stopped for Vinny. He always knew that Widow was just a hired gun. But with so many suspects, what can he do? Now he can finally bring retribution for his son's death. Tell me, said Vinny, in a chippy manner. No. Not until you do me a favor first. Vinny thought about it. It doesn't look like it, but she hold all the favors since. She told him that she would tell him. Who? Hire her to kill his son. They can't force her because she would just bring to the grave with her. They knew her reputation after all. She was the one to break. As he agreed. Great, she said. Besides, you're gonna forget all about me the moment I tell you who it is. I'm going to reach into my pocket and bring out a photograph, she said. As she reached in and pulled out a photo of Naruto. As she placed it on the table and slid it across. I want information on him. Mainly where he is. You have eyes and ears everywhere in this city. You're the fastest to find him. His name is Naruto Uzumaki. Vinny took the photograph as he looked over it. I know this guy, he said. I saw him myself. But he didn't use that name, he used some weird ass name. Mama? No. Mina? No. Mene? No. Menma, yes. Menma. As he looked towards the CCTV operator. Load up all the fights from the champion last night. See, this guy, said Vinny as he waved around the photo, is every fighting coach's dream. He can take punches, he's quick, he's strong, he's accurate. He has the experience. Most importantly, he got skills. Natasha looked towards a monitor playing a compiled video. She saw Naruto taking punches that would bring down anyone else. And she saw him throwing punches that knocked the ear out of his opponents. The final clip showed a beautiful executed combination ending with a roundhouse kick. She now finally had a confirmation of what Naruto can do. This guy took home more than 1.2 million, said Vinny. Natasha raised the eyebrow. You organize fights with 1 million. Prize money, she said. No. The tournament prize is only $250,000, plus gate commission and betting commission. The most he can make is probably 350,000. Most of the money came from him betting on himself. He bet 100k that he would win the whole thing, and another 100k that he would knock everyone out in under a minute. And well, as you can see from what I just showed you, he did as he promised. The widow was shocked to hear that. I'm going to take a copy of his fight, she said. Do you know where he stayed last night? Last I heard he stayed at Motel 6. Check out about 30 minutes ago, Vinny said, remembering the info. Natasha took the CD handed over by the operator as she pocketed it. A deal's a deal, Vinny, she said. Your brother Giovanni ordered the hit. He hoped that you would give up being head if your son died. Vinny and his guards took a moment to digest what Natasha just said. As he asked, why should I believe you? He's family. I got no reason to lie. I bet that is Giovanni who pointed you towards my direction. Well, goodbye, Vinny, she said. I have somewhere else to be. The door was still locked though as the guards looked at her. As Vinny gave them a nod as they let her out. Looks like we got a clean house, said Vinny. Time skip. Coulson was looking towards the tech. Sir, we were able to distinguish some of the marks and translate them. Some of them are love of sword. We have no idea what significance that means. However, after using a microscope lens on the camera, we were able to realize that there are smaller marks. We found such words as bridge, gate, and away. However, there's one more thing, sir. What is that? Said Coulson. We can't take any significant samples from a tree. We have taken wood and bark, but we just can't cut into it. What do you mean you can't cut into it? Said Coulson. Sir, we use chainsaws, diamond codes, circular saws, and even a laser. We can't even make a mark on the wood itself, only the bark. Coulson frowned at that, saying that there's nothing else to be done. Make do with what you have. Send me a report ASAP. He pulled out his phone as he called someone. Give me something, Coulson, said Fury. Sir, we might have a situation. We might have aliens on the loose. Time skip. Naruto was walking through the door of the Bellagio. He just came from Jeremy Michaels' place. Phase 3 of his plan was a go. He just got his ID, passports, and credit cards. Jeremy sure did go above because he got social security cards, driver license from 3 different states for each identity: New York, California, and Florida, birth certificates, and finally, a permit to carry, license for a gun. Guns this world loves so much, however, he really had no use for those. Jeremy also delivered on those credit cards, as he repurposed some black market cards with a 100,000 limit, as he was now legit, as it went towards a PO box. So he had a paper trail. That was a fundamental concept in this world. He learned that someone without a paper trail is really suspicious. The hidden villages back home would love to adapt this so they can keep track of everyone. The only downside to being a good guy doing bad stuff is that he had paid Jeremy 750,000 for everything. If he really was an asshole, he could have just done what Crime had told him. You could have just used a genjutsu on him and left without him even remembering what he had done. Well, I'm trying not to be an asshole, alright, said Naruto. You know you bought illegally made papers and identification, said Son Goku, in a deadpan voice. That is just a necessity because of my situation, and you know it, said Naruto. Currently he only had 400,000+ left, which is a lot more than what he started with, but he needed some serious capital if he's gonna start the next part of his plan. That is the reason he was walking through the doors of the Bellagio. The receptionist told him that this was the best place to play poker. Ever since he had met Sebastian, he found out his talent for gambling. It doesn't matter what game it is as long as it is based on chance. Even if it's somehow rigged, he will still somehow win. As Krama described it, you have a stupid amount of luck for things that doesn't really matter, he told him back then. As Naruto stepped in, right now he had some game to win. This place sure had a typical high-class casino down. Bright lights, expensive paintings, suits, everything, security. As he looked around, as one of the attendants saw him, looking like he was a bit out of his depth. Good evening, and welcome to the Bellagio Hotel and Casino. The best place to relax and enjoy. How can I help you, sir? As Naruto smiled back, it's my first time in Vegas, and I've heard great things about this place, especially about the poker tables. Can you point me to where those are? The attendant quickly led him towards the table that he was looking for. You are right for that, sir. We are known for our exquisite poker rooms. Elegant atmosphere. We have over 50 poker tables in the central area alone. We have several private rooms that can be rented for more private games. As the attendant opened the door, welcome to the Bellagio Grand Poker Room. We have increasing buy-in from left to right. You can join or leave the table after every round. As the attendant gave Naruto a card, if you have any problems, just call the number on this card and call Ricardo Falcone. He can help you out. Good luck, sir. As the attendant walked away and pulled out the phone. Mr. Falco, it's Morris Grant. I just got a new possible mark. I'm from the Bellagio. Ricardo Falcone was an intimidating 45-year-old man. He's a loan shark working for the Bianchi crime family. He used inside man in the casino to look for unsuspected and gullible tourists to loan money to win. They lose in the casino. He then con or intimidate them to pay back the money with great interest. He paid the inside man a percentage of each successful loan. Morris is one of the richest inside man due to the addictive nature of poker. However, he made a mistake because Naruto was going to be the worst mark that he ever had in his entire life. Naruto spotted a man leaving his chair as he made his way over and sat down. The dealer looked towards Naruto. He was terribly underdressed. He looked like he lacked the decor for this side of the room, the way he had rushed towards the chair. Nevertheless, the dealer was incredibly professional. Sir, I would like to inform you that this table has $250,000 buy-in. Oh, perfect, said Naruto. I got the perfect table to start. Naruto swung his backpack forward as he placed his hand in. He unsealed $250,000 as he placed it on the table. All of it was done with a broad, goofy smile. This should be enough. As he got a lot of attention, some were amused, some were offended, but the dealer remained professional as he replaced the money with chips. 50 pieces of 1,000 chips and 20 pieces of 10,000 chips. There were 7 other players on the table, 5 males and 2 females. All of them were wearing Stupid, damn it, damn it, damn it, Naruto thought to himself. As he looked towards her clothes. Why didn't I buy some expensive clothing? I'm standing out like a sore thumb, wait. I don't need to buy clothes. I have the transformation jutsu. Damn it, I need to focus. Can't do that right now, Naruto thought. Alright. First guy beside me, young. Possibly rich parents. Based on his chips, and how nervous he seemed to be with that sweat on his forehead. His parents know nothing about this. The guy beside him is a middle-aged guy. He's been cleaning house. Almost 1 million in chips. Have to be aware of him. The other two, chicks. Friends. They also have quite a haul as well. As Naruto looked at the other players. As he watched them carefully. As the guy beside him was the only one that seemed rather nervous. As Naruto turned to his other side, there was a guy there that seemed to be losing his mind. He only had enough for at least 2 more rounds. As he looked stressed. The next one is an old dude with a hot girl in his lap. Must be incredibly rich. He was really old, however the girl was young and beautiful. What did these people call it? He heard the name from his clones. Yeah, was she one of those gold diggers, he wondered. He shrugged, not really knowing. The next guy beside him had a huge haul. Perhaps 1 million plus. As Naruto was confused was he only got 2 cards. Excuse me. Aren't there 3 more cards, he said. Before the dealer could answer, the old guy, with the gold digger, laughed hard. What have you been playing, Squirt? 5 card draw. Those are for kids and cowards. What we have here is a man game. Texas Hold'em. As he laughed once more. As Naruto felt a feeling of dread watch over him. He had no idea how to play this. You can fall out of the game after the blinds. The 5-card poker table is at the end of the room if you're interested, the dealer said. As Naruto thought about it, however, he stood up as he shouted, I'm Naruto Uzumaki, he said. I don't go back against any challenge. You better believe that. As the security all turned towards him, the people looked at him as well. As Naruto sat back down. Well, that was weird, they thought. As Naruto got a 10 and a king, the both of them were spades. He was assigned a small blind, that meant you had to put 500 on the table, while the other guy next to him have to give 1,000 because he was a big blind or something. The middle-aged man raised the $5,000. Everyone called, as the first 3 cards were turned over. Twin aces, a clover, and a spade. And a queen spade came up for the last. As Naruto had no idea what was happening, but the older guy bet 25,000. As Naruto had no choice but to go in as well. The next card that flipped was a Queen of Hearts. This caused another round of betting. The rich kid and the unlucky guy both folded. The old dude and the middle-aged guy are quickly raising the bet until Naruto had enough. All in, he said. The 2 girls looked at one another, they folded. The other guy folded as well. Only the old guy and the rich guy saw his bet. The dealer then flipped over, and it came up to be a jack of spade. The rich guy flipped over his cards and showed a 9 of heart and a queen of clover. Full house. Queen over aces. The dealer said, however, before the rich guy could collect, the old guy turned over his cards. A ace of diamond and a 4 of clover. The middle-aged guy slump. Full house. Aces over queens. A smile came on Naruto's face as he realized, with his cards he had the same spade, and they all perfectly line up. The old guy reached for his money. Sir, we have another player, he said. Him? Really? This kid doesn't even know what he's doing. Alright, fine, he says. Dealer gave him a look. Let's hurry them up, shall we? The dealer turned towards Naruto. Your cards, please. As Naruto placed down his cards, the old guy looked like he had a literal heart attack as he saw Naruto cards. Ace high flush. Royal flush of spade. As Naruto laughed at that, seeing the man's face. Several more went like that. Naruto would either win the pot with someone else or by himself. His opponents started to check out one after another as they had no chance against him. The management of the Bellagio started to watch, looking if he was cheating, but there was no fraud at all. Even replacing the dealer or the card machine, there was no changes, as he had no reason to move Naruto from the game. Time skip, as Naruto was moving from the lower tables to the higher ones, with a large amount of money, as he was collecting his last round from the 10 million buy-in, when a rather large guy approached him. Hey, are you the guy that has been ripping off the tables? Huh? I'm not ripping off anyone, I'm just lucky, said Naruto. The man shook his head at that. Anyway, he said, my boss is hosting a private poker table upstairs. He asked me, and I quote, to pick up the kid that has been ripping off everyone down below us. That's why I'm here inviting you. You can just stay here but look like everyone. Just want to get rid of you. As Naruto looked towards the people's faces, they all had a pleading look on their faces. They just want him to go. He was winning too much. They were barely getting a chance. How much is a buy-in? Said Naruto. 100 million buy-in. But don't worry, my boss said he's already ready to prop you up. He just wants to see something interesting. Your boss is ready to lose at least 100 million, said Naruto. He's stupid rich and he's bored. The man said that shrug, so what do you say? You win? I probably don't need your boss to prop me up, said Naruto. I may have enough from this table and in my backpack. As he turned towards the people, nice game everyone, he said. I hope we see each other again. They all grumbled at that. As Naruto followed the man towards the elevator. Oh hey. What's your name? Said Naruto. Sorry I didn't ask when we first met. By the way, the name is Naruto Uzumaki. And who's your boss? The elevator door opened up. It's alright kid, I don't want to broadcast downstairs who's my boss. I don't want him to get wild. He just wants a quiet night today before he turns it up tomorrow. By the way, I'm Harold Hogan. But everyone call me Happy. For my boss, well, you might know him, Happy said. Don't leave me hanging here. Who is he? Said Naruto. The boss' name is Tony Stark. Who? Said Naruto confused. Time skip. Natasha just pulled into Motel 6 parking. She still can't believe that she got out without a fight back there. Well, she won't look a gift horse in the mouth. As she got out of her car and made her way towards the front desk. She pulled out a FBI fake badge. Good afternoon, I'm Special Agent Naomi Ryan. I'm here to ask some questions. She pulled out a photo of Naruto and showed it. Have you seen this guy? Oh my god, is he a criminal? Please say that he's not. What if he's a serial killer? And I'm his next target. The receptionist started to lose her cool. Ma'am, said Natasha. He's not a criminal. He's a missing person and his family has been looking for him for over a month. One of my contacts said that he spotted him leaving his motel. Is this true? The receptionist took a deep breath to calm down. Yes, he just checked out around 2 hours ago. Did he say where he was going? No, but he did say that he was looking for a poker table. So I told him about the Bellagio. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a great day, said Natasha, as she left. She went back to her hotel as she swept the room once again for bugs. Better be safe or sorry. As she decided to get dressed in something more elegant. However, before that, she called Fury. Good afternoon, boss, she said. I got a lead on the guy. Forget about him, Romanoff. I'm cutting your vacation short. I need you on the next flight to New York 2 hours ago. Why? Did something happen? You can say that Coulson just classified it as 083. Event to possibly as 051. First contact, said Natasha. We have evidence? Nothing concrete as of yet, only some markings in a tree, indicating that it was a bridge of some sort, to bring someone in. The tree is a bridge, Natasha said, confused. Trees, plural. Coulson will explain it better. That is why I want you and Barton to lead the teams, to search to confirm if there's a goddamn alien in my planet. Boss, I'll take a transport from Nevada. Field office to the New York at midnight so I can be there the next morning. Why the hold up? Is this still about the hitchhiker? Didn't I just tell you to forget about him? Boss, I have a reason to believe that he's a possible enhance and that he's already trained. I already sent you a copy of the underground fight that he's won last night. Fury opened the email as he looked over it. What he saw shocked him. Alright, he said. You can do what you want, but I want you in New York tomorrow morning. Try to see if he's amenable to joining us. In the meantime, I'll have a team analyze the footage to have an idea on the guy's capability. Thanks, boss, she said. As she removed her weapons and stripped down to take a bath. She got out 30 minutes later and she checked her phone. Well, that was fast. The analyst of the video came in. It speed its check using the approximate distance from the travel per frame and second. They calculated the force using the blow that sent the man flying to see how strong he would be. The amount of damage that he could take, on the other hand, was a bit harder to calculate, since he did not react even once, no eye twitch, no show of pain, he just stood there, taking the punches. As she dialed Fury number, as she called him, the call went through. I take it that you saw the reports, said Fury. Is this right? I already thought that his specs are extraordinary, but not this. Looks like you're right again, Romanoff, but that's not the only thing. Look at this, I'll send you a file. She checked the file as her jaw dropped when she saw the name on the bottom. Boss, he's better than the captain. In terms of strength and speed, definitely yes. The guy didn't even take the fight seriously. He might be a lot faster and stronger, in fact, I can bet on it. It's like he's picking on kids. Fury said. The other things Cap had, well, we had no idea. Only the lab can test for that. He certainly looked like he had experience fighting though. Is this as bad as I think it is? Asked Natasha. The fact that someone might have recreated a super serum soldier without even a chatter about it on our end. Yes, it is really worrying. The fact that he might have worked as another contract killer is really worrying. We might have another winter soldier on our hands. Fury finished his thought. Keep me updated, Romanoff. We have too many unknowns about this guy. Right, boss. I'll find him. Happy hunting. I still want you in New York in the morning, he said, as he hung up the phone. Natasha changed into her changing attire as she made her way out. She spent 3 hours, from 4 to 7, looking around the Bellagio, but she saw no signs of Naruto at all, as she went around all the major casinos in the city, looking around for him. As she went back to the Bellagio afterwards, as she heard a conversation between the employees, damn. What I wouldn't do to be that kid right now. You're telling me. I heard that he won 90 million. He's probably already at the 10 million buying table. I heard he never played Texas poker before. Only 5 cards drawn. That's what Jonathan said though. Who's Jonathan again? He's a dealer that showed the kid the table at first. Did he say what the kid name was? Apparently he screamed it out in the poker room. That his name is... yeah, Naruto Uzumaki, I think. Natasha heard that as she made her way towards the poker room, as she saw a crowd hounding one of the tables. As she saw that golden blonde hair. Unfortunately though, a man approached him in a suit. As he spoke to him, she knew who the target was. He was Happy Hokan, the personal head of the security of Tony Stark himself. With Happy being here, his presence gave off something that Natasha did not like. If you can find Happy, you can find Stark somewhere close, and vice versa. The fact that Happy was already inviting Naruto means that Stark is somewhere close, and approaching him was a no-go. One of the founding members of S.H.I.E.L.D. is Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father. He funded a large portion of S.H.I.E.L.D. and he created a lot of advanced technology during his time. When he died, a friend, another founding member, Peggy, created the unspoken rule that S.H.I.E.L.D. would stay out of Tony's life as much as possible, but simply protect him from the shadows. Damn it. She reached as she dialed Fury's number. Romanoff, are you on your way to New York? Not yet, boss. Still got some time. I hate that snag on the other problem though. What problem? Didn't you find him? Yeah, I did find him, but... he's approaching someone right now. What do you mean he's approaching someone? What's going on? He's approaching Tony Stark at the moment. Shit! Said Fury over the line. I don't know if the kid is lucky or unlucky. We can't do anything about it right now. Just go to New York. I'll assign a team to monitor him for now. As Natasha left, as she picked up her car and drove off, thinking about how hard it was to find one simple guy and ask him some questions. However, that was done now, as she made her way. Back with Naruto and Happy. Happy stopped as he looked at Naruto. What? Said Naruto. You don't know who Tony Stark is? No, should I? Said Naruto. Happy smiled at that he could pull a prank and take Tony ego down. Pepper would definitely love this. No, not really. Just remember that when you get in. What can I expect in there? Said Naruto. You have 2 CEO in there and 2 sports star in there as well. You might know the last 2, just don't let them intimidate you and you'll be fine. Here we are, kid. Just follow my lead. Hey, I'm not a kid, said Naruto. Happy swiped his card as Naruto followed behind him. As Naruto was starstruck about how fancy the place was. It was at least 100 times fancier than a daimyo palace. It was incredible. As Happy saw Tony and the others taking a break from their latest game. The 2 athletes are sitting on the couch while Tony was talking with his friend on the balcony. So, how's the rebuild going? You guys got wrecked this season. Floyd Mayweather asked his friend, Kobe Bryant. Not great really, the front office is making some moves. But I doubt it will amount to anything big anytime soon, said Kobe as he looked towards the balcony. Do you think the 2 over there will stop talking about that techno shit? As he was referring to Stark and Musk. Talking about something for Musk and his Tesla. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait for the kid to get up here. Sometimes Tony is just too spontaneous. I mean, who would want to play a poker shark? Hey guys, I found the kid, Happy said. As Tony came in. So, where's the kid? Don't tell me you lost him already. Happy turned, but Naruto was gone. Happy? Did you really lost the kid? Tony said. As he lost his sarcasm in his tone. He was just right behind me. I'll check back in the receiving room, he said. As Happy returned and saw Naruto looking around, hey, I thought I told you to follow behind me. Oh, sorry. I just got to looking around, said Naruto. Come on, let me introduce you. As they saw Happy and the kid return, he was not exactly what they thought. He was tall, 6'2", looked like he could pass the NBA guard. He got muscles, built as well, looked like an athlete of course, blonde hair and blue eyes, but his face doesn't exactly look Caucasian, maybe Asian American. Usually when people meet someone like them, they would be shocked, in awe, and unable to believe what they were seeing. However, the kid looked completely unshocked. As Tony spoke up, so who are you, kid? As Naruto looked at him, Tony was waiting for Naruto to be in shock when seeing his face. Shouldn't you introduce yourself first? And I'm not a kid, said Naruto. Everyone in the room started to laugh. Sure, Kobe and Floyd ego are legendary. However, it had nothing on Tony Stark ego. He lived to see his name everywhere. Someone not known about him is sacrilegious to him. Tony gaped in shock. He never thought you'd meet someone in USA who did not know him. I'm Tony Stark, billionaire, playboy, genius, philanthropist, CEO of Stark Industries. That Tony Stark, he said. Cool. Well, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. The greatest fighter all around, said Naruto. As he was just about to say ninja, Tony started to sulk. As the rest of them introduced himself. Hey, sorry about that, he's a bit vain. But he's a good guy. I'm Elon Musk, an engineer like Tony there. A tall, bald, African-American man introduced himself next. I'm Kobe Bryant, basketball player. Played any basketball before? No, can't say I have. Never even heard of it, said Naruto. You never heard of it? Oh hell no, I'm gonna have to teach you about it sometime. Forget about him, you do look like a fighter. You should do some boxing. I'm Floyd Mayweather, by the way. Boxing? Said Naruto. I read about that one, but I never saw one use it before. What's it like? Well, it's about using quick and strong punches to bring down your opponents, with fast-paced footwork. What about kicks, elbows, and knee strikes, said Naruto. Well, we don't use that. Hey, I fought someone that used that, said Naruto. He didn't really last too long. What's the guy's name? Maybe I heard of him. Just some huge guy. His name was Mike Lucas. Floyd widened his eyes. Mike Lucas used to be a professional boxer. He started the same time as him. He was on his way to superstar stardom until he was caught using performance enhancement drug. He was banned ever since. Holy shit, you must be good. Where did you fight him? Well, there was this underground fighting tournament somewhere in north of the city. One made some serious catch, said Naruto. You fought in an underground fight? Kobe asked. Yep, lost my luggage and most of my money when I got here, so I joined to win some catch. The whole thing's a bit boring though, said Naruto. As Tony spoke up, are we gonna play or not? The table was similar to the one where Naruto was playing for. However, this one was more expensive as they sat down. All of them are on it. As Toby saw Naruto swinging backpack, you need someone to prop you up. This table has 100 million buy-in. No need, said Naruto as he tipped over his backpack, as a lot of chips kept on pouring out. The amount he poured out was closer to 200 than 100. How much did you start with? Floyd asked. 250,000, said Naruto. Holy shit, we're screwed, Elon said. As Naruto grinned, well, let's play, he said. Time skip. The Hidden Temple of Kamatoge is a school created by the world's first sorcerer, Agamotto. Agamotto was a powerful man who used the mystic arts to defend the world against things that the world is not ready to face. One of the most powerful enemies they ever faced was Dormammu. He's an interdimensional demon, hell-bent on acquiring planets for his own personal dimension, the Dark Dimension. There was no chance for Agamotto to win against a demon, if not for a powerful item he used to forge one of the most powerful objects in the universe. He named the Eye of Agamotto. It's capable of bending time to the will of the user. He used to push Dormammu back to his Dark Dimension. To prevent Dormammu of ever conquering the planet, he created the 3 sanctions of mystical shields, extra-dimensional beings to protect the world from attacks from other dimensions, and alongside the Temple of Kamatoge, tasked with training new sorcerers as they harness engines from other dimensions and use it to protect the world. Agamotto named himself as Sorcerer Supreme and created a new generation of sorcerers. Before he died, he named another one of his students as Sorcerer Supreme and passed on the Eye of Agamotto. This has continued for thousands of years until A strange event happened. As Sorcerer Supreme saw a different future. The next Sorcerer Supreme was not to be born for at least 1,000 years in the future. Seeing no other way, she harnessed the energy from the dark dimension, the expander life force. She had lived for so long, everyone called her the Ancient One. She knew her time was coming and she accepted that. However, she looked into the future using the Eye of the Agamotto. She was prepared to see the same future, confirming what she already knew. However, in the midsection, the vision changed. The future changed. She can't see exactly what caused the change, only the effects. The only thing she saw was an invisible, hologramical fox, golden. It was like a mountain was dropped right in the center of time, changing everything, even her death. And she saw the events that come after her death. And for the first time in an extremely long time, she felt absolute fear. She saw the end of over half of life in the universe. She had two choices: either does nothing and let nature take its course, or do something and change the history. As she got up and walked out of her room, as she moved towards her attendant, call everyone in the central grounds in 1 hour. I'll inform everyone of the changes that will happen. Bring me Kisilos, Mordo, and Pangborn. The attendant looked shocked. The Ancient One never called such a large meeting. As she walked back to her room, as he quickly made off. Change has come, she said to herself. Time skip. Tony. Tony. Wake the hell up, Tony. As he groaned. Don't let me splash this water on you. As he groaned once again. Alright. She threw the water in his face as he got up rather quickly. What the hell, he said. Where the hell is he? He looked like he was in his hotel room. The only other person that was there was Pepper, his personal assistant. As she was really pissed off. Why do I have to find out the news that you and another guy took down an Italian mob while drunk? What? Not so loud. I don't know. I saw it in the news. The Las Vegas, Petro PD, and FBI are trying to get hold of you to make sense of the situation. Your lawyers are trying to contact you as well. What the hell happened, Tony? This is one of the worst things you've ever done. Tony was worried as his head was pounding as he tried to remember what happened last night. As you remember Elon, Kobe, and Floyd, they invited Naruto to play poker and Naruto destroyed them. One by one they folded until he was the last one left. Flashback. I am tapping out while I still can. You're seriously. Like the pool shark of poker, said Elon. I am going back to my room, he said. You should pull out while you still can. As Tony barely had 3 million left. The others all pulled out when they had around 50 million left. Because they saw that it was pointless, unlike Tony. And that he would only lose. As Tony simply grunted. He was already a bit buzzed, judging by the empty bottle of bourbon by his side. Happy was enjoying seeing his boss get beat down by the kid. As Elon said goodbye and took a drink and left. His ego and overwhelming amount of alcohol are pushing him to keep playing. Next round. Are you sure, said Naruto, because I'm okay with covering the big blind once again. You'll just have to go all in as your opening bet. As Tony rechecked his chips. As he thought about it before he spoke. I'll give you an open favor for one last game. All or nothing. What good is your favor? I got almost $350 million here with me. Why the hell should I say yes? I'm Tony Stark, one of the richest and smartest men alive. I could literally put you on the moon, but here I am, basically giving you a blank check, as long as Pepper is not entirely opposed to it. He knew that Pepper would skin him alive if he gave another person one of those open favors without running it by her first. As Happy laughed at that. Who's Pepper? Said Naruto. She's Tony's personal assistant and nanny. He joked. As Naruto chuckled, understanding the jab on Tony's personality. Make that 5 and you have a deal. 3, said Tony. 3 and a room in your LA residence. And you're gonna teach me engineer stuff. And computer stuff, said Naruto. Happy gave Naruto a weird look. I just moved to the US, lost most of my stuff, and I have nowhere to go. This will solve that problem and I will learn something new, said Naruto as he defended himself. Don't worry though, I'll be traveling for a while. As he looked towards Happy, you can even check my background if you like. As Tony thought about it, he liked his lifestyle and this guest might shatter that. However, the kid wanted to learn something from him, and that got his ego pumping. Deal, he said. The result was expected as Naruto won without much trouble. At the end of it, he had 400 million. He also got a temporary home base and 3 blank check on one of the most influential men alive. You really have the luck of a devil, huh? Said Tony as he watched Naruto pack the chips in his bag. Leave it there, Tony said. I'll just have the manager cash it tomorrow and cover the fee. I own this place after all. Really? Said Naruto, as he left on the table as he got up. Well, I'm leaving now. When and where are we meeting tomorrow? Whoa, hold up there, Sunshine. You just took a lot of my cash. I know you have a room in my place. Not to mention, you're taking some of my time as well. At least have a drink with me. But I don't drink, and I have to find a place to stay for now, said Naruto. Nope, we're gonna have a drink and talk like man. As Naruto sat down. Hey Happy, take the night off. You look like shit, said Tony. Happy simply shrugged as he went to the spare room. What's your poison, said Tony. Don't know. I only ever tried steak with my grandmother, he said. Damn, your grandmother is hardcore. As he poured 2 glasses of bourbon and handed one to Naruto. You should try that one. As Naruto took a small sip. Not bad, he said. She really was, he said. Can't believe I only met her when I was 13. Why that, said Tony. I only met her when my grandfather, which is also my godfather figure, phoned me to go and retrieve her. She was something of a traveler and a medic. The thing is, she only stays in bars and casinos, even though she can never really win at gambling. Damn, and you basically win every time you play. Some weird family you got. Yep. What about you? What's your story? Said Naruto. You really don't know, do you? Said Tony, as Naruto shook his head no. Well, it's the same as other wealthy family stories. Parents not having time for their kids. They died on the business trip when I was around your age. How old are you actually? 21 in October, said Naruto. You're lucky. They never say they didn't love you. What I would get to have a chance like that. Did they beat you or something, Tony said, a little bit cautiously. As there was a lot of people who had it worse than him and he knew that. No, as far as I know, they love me a lot. I never got a chance to meet them personally though. They died the day I was born. Huge casualty on my birthday, said Naruto. Took the life of a lot of people. In my hometown, including my parents. I only got to know their names when I was around 17. As Tony tried to change the conversation, got a girl in your life, he said. You really think I'll move to the US alone if I had a girl, said Naruto. Well, I don't know. That is why I asked. How about you? You got someone? No, not really. Only one night stands. Oh, so how about that Pepper, said Naruto. Pepper? Where'd you get that? We're great friends. I guess, but we don't have any romantic interactions. Why not, said Naruto. That simple question kept on echoing in his head. Looking back, Tony would always say that that particular question by Naruto changed his life. As Tony went blank for a few seconds, and then a minute, and then more and more and more. Hey, what are you thinking about, said Naruto. Tony shrugged. So what do you want to do now? You said you own this place, right, said Naruto. As Tony nodded. I had one of your attendants give this to me, saying if I have any problems I should call this Ricardo Falcone. You want to look into it, said Naruto. Kurama told him that the guy reeked of negative emotions. As Tony took the card. Hell yeah. Let's go to security, he said. Why? Said Naruto. Well, do you know who gave this to you? Said Tony. Not really, said Naruto. Well, that's where we're going there first, said Tony. We need to find out who gave this to you. And who is this Falcone guy? Okay, said Naruto. What are we waiting for? Come on. Let me get my stuff first, said Tony, as he took his IDs and walked out. As Tony was trying to act sober as they made their way towards the head of security. Joey, how you doing, said Tony, as he didn't even know that the guy was reaching for a gun. Joey Griffin is an unassuming 55-year-old 5'10", Irish descendant guy with reddish brown hair and green eyes. He was a Navy SEAL captain until he took a bullet to the knee, ending his career. He was going to serve as an instructor to mold the next generation, however. The news about his daughter having cancer. He had to take a more profitable job. This led him to be hired by Stark Industries to be the head of security for the MGM, hotels, and the casinos. His increased pay and health insurance had allowed his daughter to get the best possible care. The reason why he was still here was because there was multiple VIPs, especially his boss, Tony Stark. Tony had just burst right through the door and startled the man. However, he realized who it was, but before he could even move, a knife was at his throat. Holy hell, Naruto! When did you get there? Get that knife away from him. He's the one we're gonna meet. As Naruto drew the knife and placed it in his pocket, Joey was freaked out as hell. The last time he felt his fear was when Saddam Hussein private guard captured him. He never even saw the guy pass through the door. Mr. Stark, not that I'm not happy to see you, but Why are you here? And who's the guy that almost opened my neck? Hey, good to see you're still alive, Tony said, the awkward laugh. And this guy here is Naruto. He's kind of the reason why we're here. All the bells in his head are warning him that this guy is dangerous as hell. As Joey watched him. You want me to call the police on him, said Joey. No, he's the guy who's been ripping off the people in the poker room. Ah, I know he looked familiar. And he's gonna apologize for what he did, said Tony. Hey, he was drawing a weapon, said Naruto. It's not my fault that he's too slow. Ever since the war he has been wary of hidden weapons. It's better safe than sorry when it comes to those. However, Tony kept on looking at him. Fine, I'm sorry, said Naruto. Joey waited for something more, but Naruto shut his mouth, not saying anything else. So, boss, why are you here? Two things. I want you to look up the attendant that greeted Naruto when he first came here. And I want to know who is this Ricardo Falcone. I'll look through the footage as he looked towards Naruto. What time did you get in? Around 7:30, said Naruto, as he looked through it. In the meantime, as he went for a file. That's the file I have on Falcone and the Bianchi crime family. Does Falcone have a man on the inside? According to this guy, yes, said Tony. He told me that the attendant gave him that card and told him to call Ricardo Falcone. Damn, I thought I got rid of them all. They just keep on growing like weeds, said Joey. Got it. It's Morris Grant. He's got almost 5 years with us. I'll take care of it, sir, he said. Have a nice night. Okay, have a nice night too, Joey, said Tony, as they left. Sorry again about the thing earlier, said Naruto, as he followed after Tony. So what now, said Naruto. Well, I saw 3 locations for the Bianchi crime family. We can hit them all tonight. Wait, you're not coming with me, said Naruto. Do you even know how to fight or use one of those guns? Do you even have one of them, said Naruto. Hey, of course I know. I'm the CEO of a weapon manufacturing company. I design and build more than half of what we sold, said Tony. Do you even know where you are going? That Tony caught him because Naruto did not know where the places were. As they arrived as Tony pressed his hand on the gate as the gate just went up, revealing 2 cars. A black Hummer 5 and a hot rod red Ferrari Enzo. As he went into the Hummer, as Naruto got in as well. As he placed in the key, as he pulled out 2 guns from the top compartments. A FN F2000 and a Beretta 92 FS. Each, with multiple magazines. Yes, I have some of those guns, Tony said, with a smug look. Alright, I'm gonna take point. You trail behind. Try not to use those guns on anyone. We don't want them dead. We want them captured and got to the police. Got that, said Naruto. Why do you get to go first? I'm the one with the gun, said Tony. You got almost no reaction time based on what happened with Joey. You're a civilian. You're junk. Take your pick, said Naruto. Besides, I don't need a gun. I'm a close and personal kind of guy. By the way, can I have those shades, said Naruto. Sure, said Tony. Go ahead. As Naruto picked up the Ray-Bans. Don't say the reason why you need those though, when it's dark out. As Naruto placed them on. As Naruto was gonna use it to hide his dojutsu. As Naruto had a lot of different eye dojutsus mixed together, creating one, the Sharingan. As it combined the 3 best dojutsus together, the mixing of his 2 different background bloodline, and not to mention the Tenseigan, the final form of the Byakugan. It was a result of mixing his and Kaguya blood together. The process almost killed him, but he indeed survived. And now he had the Sharingan. The 3 best parts of the dojutsus combined to make the ultimate dojutsu. He can see chakra network, he can see the points in a person's body, 3D vision, up to 10 kilometers away. Not to mention the memory, the telescope view, and a lot more things. As Naruto looked through the building that he stopped at, as he saw 8 guys. You remember the plan, said Naruto. Yeah, I follow you. No shooting anyone, said Tony, as he got out of the car. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm over now, see you guys soon. Peace, guys.